Hello, welcome. Today I have another ink sample review for you. This one is called Neon Fuchsia and it's by Private Reserve. So we're going to take a look at this and put this on here and just see how this looks. So this is a really bright fuchsia pink color. Really pretty color actually. There we go. Then we've got to write the name on here. Okay, that's how this swatch looks so far. I'm going to put this under a fan to dry. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. And we're going to test this out on some copy paper first because, as you know, sometimes you're out and about, maybe you're at school or work or something and you don't know what kind of paper you will have available to you and you just want to know if it's going to behave well on cheaper paper. So that's why I do this. Alright, that's copy paper. I'm going to set that aside to dry. And then here is some HP 32. HP 32 is also a type of copy paper, but it's smoother and it has a nice finish on it. And sometimes if the ink has some special properties to it, you can see it on this paper. So this is a really good in-between budget option for some people. And if there are any colors that you would like to see me review, leave a suggestion, and if I have that ink or if I can get it, we'll do a review video. There we go. That's how that's looking so far. Really pretty pink color. Okay, let's go ahead and put that. This is the Tomoe River paper. And Tomoe River paper typically shows off the ink properties really, really well. So I always like to do a test on that. And this is Tomoe River. And if you like these videos or if they're helpful to you at all, don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you don't miss anything. And of course we appreciate everybody who likes and subscribes to these videos. There we go. Alright, so here's how that's looking. I'm going to go ahead and check on our swatch and see if it's dry. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. So here's how it looks on copy paper. This ink behaved very well. There's no feathering and it's a really pretty color. So if this is something you would want to use on copy paper or on inexpensive paper, it would probably do really well. And then here it is on the HP 32. You can see it's a much richer color. Between these two swatches, this definitely has a more complex and rich color to it. It almost looks like two different inks. And it's really pretty in the writing. You can see there's a lot of shading from like this darker pink or more muted pink maybe to the lighter colored pink. And then on the HP 30, or sorry, on the Tomoe River, this was the HP 32. On the Tomoe River, you can really see how bright this pink is. It almost looks closer to how it looks on the copy paper, but it has some shading in there, and you get the shading in the writing as well. So the color, that more muted or darker pink, I'm not sure which way it's going, but basically you can see it here in certain places where the ink has pooled, rather than it being kind of flat and all over. So it's a lot more complex and nicer color on the Tomoe River paper. But ultimately it's your preference as to which way you think it looks better. But it's a really pretty color. The only thing I noticed is that when you shine a black light on this, it doesn't seem to fluoresce the way most neons do, which I thought was a little bit disappointing, but that's okay, because I think maybe by neon they just mean that this is a very bright fuchsia. And then here is the swatch that we made. And you can see how really pretty, beautiful, kind of a almost slightly leaning purple type of pink here. And then you've got the shading, and down here where it's darker, I think that shading is a warm color pink, and maybe that's why it looks a little bit muted on some of the swatches from the HP32. Is maybe that's a warm pink, but I could be wrong. Anyway, it looks really pretty in the writing. You can see some of the shading in there as well. Really neat and pretty color. So if I can find this, I'll leave a link for it down below. And thank you so much for watching. You have a great day.